Yeah, and just throw that down and actually I'm going to throw this in the fridge.
How's Dora doing?
She's doing good. She just finished a dental appointment for Christian.
Yeah.
She was supposed to do one for herself too, but
Drew likes going to the dentist.
yeah, so anyway, answer that question though. I used to download a lot of stuff off of Usenet.
Usenet?
Usenet, yeah.
I love it.
It's an older bulletin board type system.
Okay.
It used to be meant for like just, like regular discussion. And it has a very structured hierarchy, so if you have, let's say, any particular topic you want to talk about, there'd be like a
Board
Usenet
for that or whatever?
Yeah, there'd be a Usenet group specifically for that topic. The easy way I can explain it, let's just say you're a basketball fan.
Yeah.
Okay, well they have alt.basketball. Or okay, maybe more specifically, you're an NBA basketball fan. Okay, alt.basketball.nba.
Okay, so you would just get more specific.
Yeah.
With what
you can
topic?
Yeah, they had groups that were more broad in nature, where you could talk about anything related to basketball, and then you could have a group that is just NBA specifically, or you could even just say specific team. Like I was always in the Lakers group. It's interesting because that's another story. But remember when Kobe Bryant was accused of rape?
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone in that group figured out who his accuser was.
Oh, really?
I'll have to tell you more about that one another time.
Wow.
But anyway, though, it was only really meant to be like a text conversation type of thing. But then it eventually evolved where they figured out how to do binary file transfer on there.
Really? And then people could share.
Yeah, and then how nobody knew about it, because it's like freaking like way older than Napster.
I've never heard of it. I've heard of Napster, but I've not heard of it.
Yeah,
it's still around?
Yep, still around.
I'll have to ask Bobby if he knows about it. But
yeah, so anyway, I was on there, and they have groups specifically for like MP3 kind of stuff, or music or whatever, and a lot of times I would download just anything and everything.
See what it was like,
or there's another site, allmusic.com, I think, or AMG, or whatever that site was called. It's been so long since I've been on it. I want to say it's All Music.
Yeah.
I think there was, I think it was like Evanescence. And I was like, I like their music to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder what other groups there are that are along that line. So.
And female singers, like Aki, that's something he really likes, with like the rock, but different instrumental. He used to play the keyboard in a band, so he likes some of that. But the female voices, they're just so mellow. What is it? Like, I'm trying to think of a word. Not melodic. I can't think of it. But just smooth and flowing and easy to listen to and just powerful.
Yeah, and angelic or sultry or whatever.
Yeah, angelic.
And then, but with like Nightwish with Floor Jansen.
Yeah.
That woman, she can do everything.
Was that the first one? I always get confused with
She's
the one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them we like.
So Tarja Turunen is the original singer.
Yeah.
And this was that.
That's who he fell in love with.
Yeah, that was the mid 2000s era, and that's when I actually discovered Nightwish.
I got to see him in concert.
Yeah.
I think they almost came, or did come to Salt Lake, and Aki couldn't go or something. But yeah, he'd love to see them in concert. This is such a cool. Yeah, they got a lot of space.
That's their current album, Human Nature. And then
I've heard that.
and then it'll show their tour schedule right there. We went to the one on May 21st in LA.
Yeah, I just wish they would come to Salt Lake.
Yeah, I actually have some of their songs from when we were at the concert on my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah? I didn't know you have a YouTube. You have like a channel on everything then, because I saw the TikTok follow, and I'm like, I don't have anything on TikTok. I go on to like look at my daughter because she's on there or whoever. But now I'm like, oh, what? I'll see what you have on there.
Yeah, I don't.
You're on all platforms, huh?
I don't. Yeah, I don't use TikTok too much, but I'm not a huge fan of the format.
No, I just I think it gets more ads, and I guess they're going to be banning it anyway. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm hearing or talking about. You know,
September, but.
Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I would just download everything. Like I would go on All Music, and then anything that was similar to a group I liked, if I saw them come, like someone batch posting their stuff on Usenet,
yeah, I
would download the whole everything and then just sample it, just check it out. And and sometimes I'd come across like this one particular Nightwish song. Actually, you're probably familiar with it, "Beauty of the Beast."
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, I got hooked on that one for some reason, and like this is so different and interesting.
That's what I think about European music. It's so interesting. Like if you find the right things, and Aki is just, he's a lot like you as far as organizing, computer, techie, whatever you guys like to look into, and he's got everything stored and organized, and he likes them all.
So, are you familiar with Unsun?
I'd have to hear something because
that's the one I was telling you about yesterday.
Like it sounds familiar, but I'd have to hear.
There's that video. I freaking love this song.
I think we've seen this video, yeah.
So do you think you've seen the video?
Yeah, on YouTube. Like sometimes we'll sit on the couch and just turn on YouTube and watch different bands, or we'll watch like people that have been on The Voice Austria. We'll just watch. He loves to listen to good singers that are unique.
Yeah, so they disbanded because I guess she had some kind of a health problem, was what I understood.
Did? Yeah, I remember seeing this YouTube thing, but it's been a while.
Yeah, they got a bunch of songs that I'm really into. A Single Touch, that's another one from them that I like.
It's too bad that they do like.
But I like that beat too. It's so catchy. But yeah, and Nightwish, I got hooked on a whole bunch of their songs from the Tarja era. And I've been following them ever since. Even when she got booted from the group, and then Annette Olson ended up.
3 or 4 singers.
3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because Annette Olson was the second one. And she's got another group that she's part of that I actually listen to some too. Was it After Forever?
Yeah, that's really good. I love that. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. And then the video, I'm like, yeah, I think we can watch that. Yeah, Aki's in Spain. He's on a motorcycle tour for 2 weeks. These 2 weeks, and then he's going to be about a week at his brother's. That's like off on an island.
After Forever's Floor Janssen's old group. What's the name of Annette Olson's new group? I have some of their music.
What if we looked her up on her show? Annette Olson.
Yeah.
But I like the first and the last best as far as the singers go. But she's good though too. I mean, they're all fantastic.
I know the group that she's in now has one of the words starts with an E. Brain fart on the name of it though. I don't know why, but Dark Element.
Dark Element.
Yeah, so she was the second singer of Nightwish.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to tell Aki about Dark Element. You done? You fill it up? Not yet?
No, I'm not getting fuel. It's too expensive.
Oh yeah? Where do you go and get fuel?
Last fuel I got was at Malapa. over Valley of Fire, north of Las Vegas.
Yeah, I love that area.
Yeah. But yeah, they got good prices there, and I still got like half a tank. I can run 300 miles, so, and I get, at least 300 miles on that. I can get almost halfway across Wyoming on what I have, so I'll go
cool.
somewhere else for it.
You don't have to worry. I like this speed. Yeah, this is what, I love this kind of thing.
Yeah. Within Temptation, that's another one I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah.
I love their music.
Mm-hmm. That's another one Arky's introduced me to. Yeah, we've been dating for 5 years in August, but he's from Germany, but he has dual citizenship.
I thought it was Germany, because I was telling Dora? Might have been Dora.
Yeah.
I knew he was from somewhere in Europe, but I couldn't remember where.
Yeah. So, but he lived a little bit of time in Italy too as a boy. So he knows Italian and German, obviously English. But so his mom, they moved to America when she was married to an American, and then they have dual citizenship. Him, his brother. It's just him and his brother and his mom. But yeah, we're gonna go to Austria next February to go skiing, and I'm gonna try to go to Paris.
Nice.
That's what we're hoping for. It's like go to Paris for a week and take off to Austria to go last time ski before I get old.
You know where in Italy he lived, or?
Ooh, I'd have to ask him when he's sleeping right now.
Because I was stationed in Italy.
You were stationed there? Okay, I will find out, and then I will let you know.
I was in Aviano.
Aviano?
Yeah, it's about 40-mile drive north of Venice.
Okay, I don't visit Venice.
Yeah, it's right on the base of the mountains there. Actually, I learned how to ski in Italy.
Yeah? Oh,
yeah, actually, the place I learned to ski at was where they held the Winter Olympics back in the 1930s.
Ooh, okay, wow.
Yeah, Cortina d'Ampezzo.
I don't know it.
Yeah,
he knows so much.
That place is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you ski, you know how mountains, ski resorts they kind of measure themselves by vertical height.
Yeah.
Okay, so the biggest one in all of North America is 5,000 feet. That's in Montana.
Oh, it's in Montana.
Yeah, and then did you ever ski at Mammoth?
No.
That's a huge one, and they got 3,000 foot vertical. Cortina, where I learned, over in it's in the Dolomite Mountains.
Okay.
In Italy.
What was it?
It's 6,000. It was.
Dang, what was that like? That's where you learned?
I loved it. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing, and apparently some of like the bunny trail lifts that they have there, I guess you don't see them in America.
We have a couple of places where they have a little. It's a smaller hill. I think they call it the Bunny Hill.
Yeah.
One of them, but
yeah, the green square runs or whatever.
I haven't skied in forever. The last time I went skiing was 25 years ago, Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
It's been a bit for me too.
Yeah. It feels weird. Like when I think of time, I'm like, oh, that was just 10 years ago. No, that was 30 years ago, right?
Because I would always go to Big Bear. And I always like,
because
you could, Big Bear and Snow Summit, you could use the same lift ticket to go.
Cool.
Yeah, they have this truck that, like this utility, like a stake bed looking kind of truck with special steps on it just for skiers. That would actually take you from one side to the other.
I had no idea you skied. I kept thinking you guys were up in the high desert. That's where you just stayed.
No, I went all over. Yeah, I was on a deployment to Italy in the wintertime, and Christmas Day, everyone's like, well, there was nothing going on for us, so a whole bunch of us went to Cortina.
Absolutely.
And a whole bunch of the people in my unit were into skiing, so
cool.
I've never gone before, so I'll just give it a try.
And you loved it?
Oh yeah, I had fun. I bought a whole set of everything? right there. Rossignol skis and Dolomite boots.
Yep. Oh my goodness. That's cool. How long were you stationed there?
That was more like a regular deployment for me. Yeah, it was more like my home away from home.
Okay. And then how long were you there?
And just under a year.
Okay, just under a year. Did you learn any Italian or
Some, yeah.
But it's so easy to just forget. Like,
This is a group we're gonna go see next month in concert. Sandria.
I don't know if I've heard of them. I'm gonna have to ask Doc.
Yeah, so they've had some different singers too, but they got a new one that just came in a couple of years ago. Now, she's like way different in age than the other ones, it looks like. She looks like she's probably in her mid-20s or something, and
really?
the guys in there are all like 50 or something.
This sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, they're going to be performing with some other group that I wasn't familiar with, so I started sampling some of that other group's music on here on like.
What you think, huh? Are they opening for
It wasn't. I think they're opening for the other group. Yeah.
Oh, they're opening for the other group.
I want to say that's what it is.
And you weren't really fond of what they had?
From what I'd heard on YouTube, wasn't too impressed. So I was already telling Dora, just be forewarned. I wasn't hearing enough that really impressed me about the other group.
You might go home after my. I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to go beat the traffic out of the parking lot. They're good.
Yeah. Now, so Cortina, they have, or actually, Giancavallo, that's another one. Now, every time I had a day off in Aviano, because it was a 15-minute drive from where we stayed up the mountain to Giancavallo.
I don't have to ask Docky where he was. And then I would definitely let you know.
Yeah, so every day off I was going up there to go skiing because I was loving it so much.
That's so cool. I can't believe my cousin likes to ski. Like snow ski.
I didn't know that bunny slopes there though. They have some lifts that you don't see in America though. I think it might be the saucer ones.
What are they
Because
like?
I think American bunny slopes is always like the T-bar or.
It's just like right at the base, like from what I remember, because I remember it as a kid when my parents, when we lived here, they took us skiing, and I want to say it was close to the lodge, you know what I mean? Like that was the first thing you come to, and then you'd have to go higher up to, go on the other slopes. But it's been a long time. It's just here, it's gotten way expensive, and then it's so crowded. If you don't leave like 7 in the morning and it doesn't even open till 9, you have to get there and wait for it to open or you won't get a parking spot.
Oh, that's why I always avoided Wrightwood, Mountain High.
Yeah.
Because every time I go there, it's like 99% of the place is snowboarders, and it's freaking packed beyond belief. And then it's even worse because you got Mountain High East and Mountain High West, but the summits are the ones that are closest to each other, and then they kind of go out like this from each other, and you can't really get to one from the other easily. And we're like Big Bear. They got like what three? I think they got like 3 different summits, and you can.
That's what they've been doing. They've been connecting the different ski resorts out here. They're trying to get, but so far it's the neighborhood doesn't want it, but they're trying to get like a tram from down here, so nobody has to even go up to where the parking is. So I'm not sure where it lands, but it's been in the news, like the controversy. The neighbors around it don't want it because it's an eyesore. They want the look of the mountain, but I mean, the way we're growing, Salt Lake is not stopping. They're going to need to do something for transportation.
And they're wanting to do that to Park City or Valleyful or where?
Not Park City. Solitude? No, but it's Park City doesn't have a problem. It's up Big Cottonwood Canyon. What is that? I think it's Brighton and Solitude, and there's another one up there. I can't think of the name.
Brighton sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's 3. Boom, 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 and they want to do a tram from the base, Big Cottonwood, before you go up into the canyon. Some kind of tram, and then a big parking area for people to park and then take it. And that's what the neighbors in the area are upset about. They don't want the eyesore of a, you know, and I don't blame them. I guess if I had an expensive house over there, I wouldn't want that in my backyard.
You know, and you just reminded me too, because there at weekends, if I would go to Big Bear, like you were saying, if you didn't get there early, I would have to park down the street in the overflow lot, and you know, and it's not fun trying to walk in ski boots.
It's not.
And try walking like a half a mile from this parking lot up the hill to get to where the lodge is at in your ski boots.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
No.
Cool.
I mean, snowboard shoes, no, boots maybe, but
yeah, they're a little bit more like a normal shoe, but not ski boots.
Oh, they're real freaking clunky.
They'll start hurting here because you have to, walk funny in them.
But I remember, like, especially at Big Bear though, like I would get to where it could be like in the 30s, maybe, you know, and I'd be out there in shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Because, well, you know what it's like.
You get hot when you're
yeah, because you go up the lift and it gets kind of chilly, but when you start going down these black diamond runs and stuff, it's like, fuck, I'm getting hotter than shit.
Yeah, that's true. And then when the weather gets nice and up here, you'll see people in like bikini tops and shorts. Yeah. But I never did that. I wasn't brave enough to do that. But yeah, short sleeve, take off his jacket because you're so hot. But I've never worn shorts.
Oh, I mean, it took a bit to be, because I would say several times going, it was pretty much an expectation that I was going to fall at least once, and you know, I wouldn't want to be wearing anything but my ski suit then, but then just for regular trail riding and stuff, I started, as long as I stay off the jumps and the half pipes and stuff, it's like pretty good chance I'd go the entire day without falling once.
Aki was big into skiing, and he fractured his femur, like it twisted and shattered in his leg when he was skiing. He went, he was doing moguls, and he went to one spot where it looked flat, but it was a big dip, and he just bent his leg, like it stuck, and then his body went one way. You should see he's got this big old scar on his leg, but in the x-rays, this big old rod that's his whole entire femur. They had to pack it around it. And if he would have had it done, if he would have broke it 10 years earlier, the doctor was saying they would have had to amputate his leg because it was that bad. But they had gotten better with technology, with medicine and surgery, so he got to save his leg. But he has to wear a tiny little rubber disc in his heel because it's like a little bit shorter than the other leg. You can't tell, but it starts hurting his back if he doesn't wear it in his shoe. I'm like, man. I go, well, and then the x-ray before, I go, was it compound? Did it come out of your leg? And he goes, no, it was all inside. But he had to be taken down the mountain, on a gurney, and it's bouncing, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I always wondered how bad that it had to be, because I would see the ski patrol sometimes bringing people down like that, and at Mountain High, I got yelled at one time because they said I was going too fast. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm going down a black diamond run, and you got these freaking snowboarders camping out on their butts in the middle of the damn.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and there's Mountain High West. You have one side that comes more like straight down, and then the side I was coming down is a black diamond that comes down this way and then curves back in, and then converges with that one. Yeah, right before the convergence, though, like, okay, how do I get around these guys without going too fast? I don't. But it's either I run into them or go too fast.
Yeah.
So, and then once I hit the convergence, freaking ski patrol was right there and yelled at me. I'm like, well, get these assholes off the damn middle of the fucking mountain then.
Yeah. Nobody should be parked right there in the middle of the mountain when people are going down. I never had to wear a helmet because back in the day you didn't have to. It wasn't as crowded. But nowadays I don't think I'd even be up there with a helmet. Just because there's too many people and they're not paying attention. And I don't know. In the business I'm in, I see a lot of accidents.
I ran over some guy's skis once, and I was coming down almost to the bottom of the hill and almost to the lift barbecuing area again.
Yeah.
I didn't have much option, but it's like,
Did he get mad?
oh yeah, he got mad, but like, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And snowboarding, I never wanted to try that. I'm not even good on a skateboard. I can't even imagine trying to do snowboard.
That's why I won't do it either.
Yeah.
Because I noticed not too long ago, I got passed by a couple of cars that had skis on their racks. And I'm like, why the hell are those skis so short?
Oh.
Is that like some new thing with skiing now?
There are some kind of things that's almost like this big though, but you were seeing, could be kid ones, right?
Yeah, okay, like mine are old 184 cm parabolics. And, you know, because I was always taught that you want, you know, if you're using like the old school standard type, it should be the same height as you.
Yeah.
I mean, then parabolics should be about 5 cm shorter.
I don't know, I've seen a couple of different things where, but I don't know if they're on the mountain because I haven't been on the mountain, but there's even like these shoes that ski down, and I'm like, how could you keep your balance on, you know, flying down the mountain on these things that are about like that big? I don't know.
Yeah, and then, but yeah, there's a car that passed me up just probably not within the last month, I'd say.
I wonder if they were kid skis.
That's what I was wondering, because those things looked like they were probably only like 130s or 140s or some shit. They were small.
Oh, it could have been like a short person like me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get your height, a little bit of the height, you know.
Unless they're just doing like the freestyle trick skis kind of stuff. I know that's a thing.
That could be. Skiing's still live and well right now. You know, we've gotten this is beautiful weather right now, but just Saturday I had a storm, you know, and 2 inches of snow, and I'm like, it's April.
Yeah,
go away.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. Do you have to go into any bad weather or no?
So, what was it? Friday? Was it? I think it might have been Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
I think it was Friday. I picked up in Albert Lea, Minnesota, and I was on my way to Ontario, and my primary route choice was going to be 80 over to here and then come back down 15. And it was a light load, and I saw that most of Wyoming was going to get snowed on, most of Utah was going to get snowed on, and then and then Elk Mountain, Wyoming was supposed to have like 35 plus mile an hour sustained winds. I'm like, nope, I'm not putting my load through there. I'll end up on my side if I try. Or some idiot will crash and close the highway out. Yeah. As it always happens there.
Sucks, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up taking I-35 down through Kansas City over to Emporia, Kansas, and then ended up working my way over to I-40 and Tucumcari.
Is that longer?
It's a little bit longer route, and I still had 35 mile an hour winds, but at least they were headwinds. They weren't good for my fuel economy, but made it all the way through there safely without blowing over.
Yeah, it's crazy what you guys have to put up with on the road. It's funny, I guess, having a family member that does this for a living. Like when I'm on the road and I see people do stupid stuff and they're like cutting off a truck or they're not letting them in, and then they're doing stupid stuff, you know, around where I'm like, oh my gosh, the guy's probably in there just cursing away. I don't know, but yeah, it makes me think about him more, you know. And I'm always really good around him. I'm like, put my blinker on, or I give, you know, like long time before I'm going to cross over, I give like lots of room because I'm like, I'm not going to be rude to them, like so many people I see.
You'd be surprised. Watch my clips channel, you get some pretty good ideas on what pisses people off.
Yeah, have you seen that? There was a clip I remember seeing where a car was harassing a semi and kept brake checking him and stuff and getting in the way, but then got caught by a cop. I guess a cop. Did you ever see that one? There was somebody who was taking the video and complaining about, look at that driver, you know, he's gonna cause an accident with the semi. So they were taking the video footage and they're like, man, and then all of a sudden, you know, cop goes by and they're like, he got him.
Nice.
But that doesn't happen all the time. You guys are out there.
Well, and then there are a lot of things that piss us off that most people have no idea they're doing.
Yeah, what is it?
For one, I fucking hate caravanning drivers. God, I fucking hate them.
When they're all together, is that what you mean?
Even if it's just two of them.
Yeah.
So you get two four-wheelers caravanning together, and one of them will pass me up, and usually not more than 5 miles an hour faster than me, if even that.
Yeah.
And the second car will try to squeeze in between me and them.
Yeah.
And it never fails, even if they do move over a reasonable distance, or at least reasonable enough.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they keep their speed faster than mine, they slow down, and then it slows down to less than my speed.
Yeah.
So then I have to back off, and then also have times where they're following each other at a decent distance, but slower than me.
Ugh.
I'll try to go around one.
And then they speed up.
Well, they'll either do that, or when I move over, when I get past the first one and I move back over, and I'm just trying to get out of the way of faster traffic, so I can. And then when I get closer to the first one, to the further up one, then I'll do it again. But before I get a chance to do that, the guy behind me who I just passed will come over and get in front of me to get in my way again.
Oh my gosh.
So I fucking hate caravan drivers beyond belief.
Yeah, that would bug me too.
On-ramp traffic, that's another big, huge pet peeve of mine.
I hate on-ramps.
Because for me, it's like I've gotten flipped off a few times for not moving over. I'm like, yeah, what? I'm supposed to run the guy off the road who's in the lane next to me?
Yeah.
It's like, and it's your responsibility to yield to me, not the other. I just posted it on I think on my Facebook.
Oh, I'll have to look.
Yeah, just yesterday in Barstow. Did you see that one?
I think I saw that one where the person wasn't. Yeah, you got close. They weren't moving over.
Yeah, he wouldn't move. It wouldn't slow down for the truck that had the right of way. I'm like, how stupid can you be?
Yeah.
That's or they'll sit there and do like 50 miles an hour, and I'm doing 70, and they expect me to yield to them. No, it's not going to happen.
I always, I've taught my kids too. I'm like, they're bigger and badder. You just get out of their way and let them do what they need to do.
Yeah, not maneuverable either. So
I did piss off a truck driver though. One time he didn't have a trailer. It was just his rig.
The bobtail.
Yeah, and he was all over the freeway. Anyway, and it was probably like 6:30 in the morning. I was dropping the kids off for school. They were at my place, so going into Springville, and he was all over. So what I did is I got into a fast lane, sped up because I'm like, I want to get away from this guy, and then Springville's coming up where I need to get on the exit only, and so I got in front of him, but I did a long distance, before I went in front of him. Well, it pissed him off, and I don't know why. So he comes around, gets in front of me, and slams on his brakes. And my kids, I'm like going, whoa, what is the deal? Then it just so happens that I get over, I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting into this lane, I'm getting off the freeway, I don't have to deal with that jerk. Then he gets over in front of me. I'm like, what did I do to piss you off? But he was scary. He was scary. He cut off 3 cars, so he was trying to stay in front of me. But he didn't want to turn that way. He wanted to turn right. So he cut off 3 cars and barely made it. Like, he almost hit the little divider thing, the cement thing. And then he comes around and he was getting into the other lane to go over by I don't know if it's a Love's or a Flying J or whatever. It's over by Crackle Barrel. You know where that one is?
Talking about in Springville?
Yeah.
Love's. Well, they got both of Love's and a Flying J.
Yeah, they have another one too. Yeah.
Is it the one that's across the freeway from Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Love's.
Yeah, so he come flying around and cut off 3 cars that were turning right, but he wanted to turn right, but he was dead set on just driving me nuts. He wasn't driving me nuts. I was more scared. I was like, this guy is rogue. Like, he really seemed rogue, and the cars were honking, and
yeah.
I don't know what. I think he must have been in a bad mood before he even
probably was a loose cannon. But
do you ever run into those?
Did he happen to be in a mega company type truck?
I can't remember. This is like 3 years ago.
Okay, because the reason why I asked is because some trucks, not mine, but actually even some of our company, if you move over closer than, let's say, 3.4, 3.6 seconds following distance in front of them, and to kind of help you understand that, 70 miles an hour is 103 feet per second. So
Wow.
so about 3.5 seconds, we're talking about 350, 375 feet.
Oh, that's
If you move over any closer than that, there's a possibility. I'm not saying it will happen. Like, it won't bother me at all personally, but I have kind of also rule of thumb on that too. The closer your speed is to mine, the further out I want you before you come over.
yeah.
And the general rule of thumb I've always given people on my YouTube channel too is if you can't see both of my headlights in your center mirror,
Uh-huh.
don't move over yet.
Don't move over yet. That's
But
a good idea.
but some of these guys, see, that's the thing. Sometimes people will move over and then they'll slow back down and not realize they're doing it.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, you got to get out of the way. If you're going to get over, make sure you're going at least
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
And some of these guys are like they'll get dinged by their company if they get following. You know, they're following too closely and they're not doing anything
Because-
about it.
Yeah, and it's not them that caused it. No, this guy seemed like it wasn't anything like a fancy rig. It was a smaller
Day cab?
cab.
Like a day cab type?
Is that like just around town? No.
Yeah, with no sleeper on it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to think. Maybe it was no sleeper.
Yeah, day cab is more likely to be a company than like a mega company. Yeah. So FedEx, because I run on I-40 all the time, and it never fails. It's not, but most of the time they don't give me any shit. But there are times I'll pass the FedEx guy, and there's nobody behind me, so I'll give them like extra space, more than I normally give other people before I'll move over.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. If I'm passing someone, am I in anybody else's way? No? Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and give them whatever extra space.
And FedEx they have a governor on it, right? They can only go a certain
they're
speed.
governed at 65.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I'm governed at 70.
Right.
So, I'll pass the FedEx, and even if I give them extra space, once in a while, those guys will throw a fit and high beam me, move over to the other lane and stuff, like they don't want me in front of, like,
What's the big deal?
well, dude, I gave you more room than I give most people, and most of the time, sometimes people are flashing me to come on back over in front of them when I can't even see their right side headlight yet. To me, because the depth perception gets off. You can look in that. You can look in that mirror, and to me, it'll look like you're right next to the back of my trailer, but in reality, you can be like 10, 20 feet back.
Okay, so that's why if I flash to go like, hey, you could come over, and they wait a while, it's because of the depth perception?
They might think you're too close.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. If I move back over and then something happens in front of me, and I'm too close and you can't react to it, guess which one of us is that fault driver?
Oh, with where now? Tell me again.
Yeah, so let's just say if I move back over and something causes me to hit my brakes and you rear end me.
Oh, wouldn't it be my fault? I'm rear-ending.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope. If I move back over and don't give you sufficient time to
Be able to brake?
Yeah, either if I take away your ability to create the space, or or I don't give you enough time to create the space yourself, and then I do that and you rear end me, I'm the at-fault driver, not you.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So, yeah, that's why I don't care if you say I can come over or not. And half the time they'll like flash me. Sometimes they'll even come over behind me and show me.
Here you go.
I'm like, dude, don't worry about it, man. I'll move over when I'm ready to.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about me. I'll worry about me. I'll come over when I feel like moving over.
I've never gone up to next to someone.
My truck's gonna shut down here.
Yeah, I got probably get going anyway because I've got I've got to start work at 6.
Well, here's my interior camera, so I was saying if we can always, because I already have footage from, there was a truck versus hotshot driver crash in between Beaver and Fillmore. It wasn't too far, actually it was kind of over by Cove Ford, I'd say. Yeah, I'm going to retrieve the footage on that anyway.
Yeah.
So. But I didn't see it actually happen, but I saw them on the side with what happened.
Is that the one that was on fire, or like the whole cab was? That was a different.
No, this was just a semi. It looked like it hit the left rear area of the hotshot truck that had like a Sprinter van or something on the back end of its trailer. And yeah, it messed up the van and probably the trailer too. But yeah, if you just want to like, because I'm gonna pull that footage anyway, and I'll put.
Yeah, say hey, I got to see my cousin.
Yeah,
It's been a long time. So
I'll get a snapshot of that and put it online later.
Okay, I love you. I will see you later.
Good seeing you.
Stay safe, okay?
You too.
All right.
It's great seeing you.
Tell family hi.
We'll definitely do. Yeah.
If you get out there.
Yeah, and I'll tag you tomorrow when I post that.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
See you later.
Have a good night.